The date is August 22nd, 2020. It's Corporal Cold Thermal, and welcome to the second installment of CQB Training. CQB Training Part 2 will be hosted by Gunnery Sergeant Chesty, and the students will be the same MILSIMS Marines as the previous CQB Training in Part 1.
I couldn't.
Alright, at this time you are stacked up on this wall. Who can tell me what the difference is between pieing and turkey peeking?
Ooh, I can.
Staff Sergeant Bravo, go ahead at this time.
Would you like me to demonstrate, or would you like me to give it?
I want you to demonstrate while giving it the verbal demonstration or verbal description. That way there are multiple learning curves that we are avoiding.
Hey, firm. Alright, gentlemen, if you will feast your eyes upon me. First, I'm going to do pieing. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a half moon around, so you're able to clear this entire area before you continue breaching. This is a pieing. So just like here. Oh, go for Staff Sergeant. At
this time, where and where do you not use the pieing method?
I would say this wouldn't really be effective for pieing just because stairwell. I'd say more of a turkey peek would be more effective. I think pieing for more open areas, for open buildings.
How do you know that there's an open way?
Well,
or an open room?
Observation, I can tell that there's a stairwell here because it.
Right. So, when you are stacking up on this door and you are making your turkey peek, right? Because technically a pie starts at a turkey peek. You have the choice or the initiative where you can choose to continue your pie or to keep the turkey peek nice and short and back up, or you can continue to make your pie movement. Now, where would I only use a pie?
Gunny, you're asking questions that I wish I knew.
Very well. Where do I not use turkey peek?
Gunny, you're asking me questions I wish I knew.
Very well. Alright, so, for the turkey peek, it is only for hallways and small doorways. For the pie, it is for some doorways. And technically here, you can still do the pie. You just have to be extra observant where your muzzle is. That way you know you can hit a target. Pieing is not ideal for hallways. It is not ideal for large rooms. It is not ideal for cross hallways. And by that I mean like a T, where you have an intersection of a hallway. For those things you will always turkey peek. Or you will do a totem pole. At this time, who knows what a totem pole is?
Oh, I do. I do.
Staff Sergeant, at this time, go ahead and enter this hallway with me, and we will be totem poling towards our students.
Yes, sir, Gunny. You gonna take front man?
All right. So at this time, you will have a front man and a rear man. Both of you will pie at the exact same time. Ready, pie. Front man will be crouched like so. Back man will be standing like so. Both men will be looking in the same direction. This puts multiple weapons downrange. Why do you think the totem pole is used and is effective? This is off of your own opinion, so there is no wrong answer. Unless you come up with something that only drugs can give you.
More guns.
More guns pointed at the enemy.
And
that's exactly why.
First man's is basically a body, because you see, bullet's not going to go through 3 pieces of body armor, so at least second man will still be alive to eliminate the contact.
Exactly. Second man will be alive. He can pull his buddy out of the X, or the danger zone, where combat is being initiated, and he can receive aid if need be. Or he can be pulled out in case it is too hot, but he cannot pull himself out. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Alright. At this time, go ahead and stack up on my wooden blockades, or whatever these are. Of CQB is. I will give you a hint. It is an SSV. Those are your acronyms. SSV.
Damn, I remember. Speed. Damn it.
Sight.
No. It's
You
not
have one right.
Super
I
Saiyan.
know it.
All right.
Yeah,
For
we'll
this
give up.
ditty, for this ditty, it is surprise, speed, very aggressive.
There we go.
Okay.
So, go ahead and follow me into this alleyway right here. I want you to tell me what looks more aggressive. Me coming at you like so, firing my LMG into your dome piece, or me cowering against the wall, shooting at you at some weird angle, and then I have to like go around all of these
I say first
securities.
one.
The first
Yeah,
one's
the
more
first
aggressive,
one would
right?
have killed me, yeah. First one, you probably would have been pretty fun.
Right? This is aggressive. This is scary. This is not. Right?
It's funny, that's what that is.
Why do you think it is important to show aggression towards your enemies?
So they
Shiver
don't,
in their boots.
so we don't die.
Uh,
Start sweating.
It is a psychological factor. It is more intimidating, more frightening to see an angry Marine chasing after you while unloading his magazine at you versus a Marine who is cowering in the corner, trying to scoot up the wall, trying not to get hit by your bullets. Right? Would that scare you if there was a dude who was not afraid of your rounds flying past his head, past his arms, past his torso, and he was just charging at you like some madman with mad cow disease?
He's on P2P, that's what he's on. It's pretty fucked.
Alright.
Gentlemen
So-
as well. Sorry, Chase. I need one man to take last man. Corman's never supposed to be in the room. Especially CQB wise. I mean, I don't feel comfortable or confident, and I don't want to be fucked.
That is an excellent point. Something I should have explained earlier. Your rear is just as important as your front because you never know when somebody is going to come up from behind you because they heard firing and let's say you cleared this building and I'm a bad guy and I heard you shooting and I was in this alleyway the whole time. I'm going to come up behind you and see if I can get the surprise, right? So rear man, treat it as if you were actually in the front because that is entirely what is about to happen. So anytime you enter or exit, you will not clog that funnel. There are men behind you. There are people outside firing at you. Do not clog that tunnel. Do not stay in there. You will die. Your teammates will die.
Yes, sir.
Where do you think the enemy is going to fire when they get flash grenaded? Right?
Door.
Exactly. They're going to be firing at that opening that they think you might come through.
Or
That's why this is called a funnel of death. And now imagine if I'm an LMG and I'm posted. And I get flashbanged. Where do you think I'm going to be firing?
yes, sir, that door.
Right there.
Door.
That's why you got to get in and out, or out and in, as quickly as possible. At this time, go ahead and stack back up on my plywood.
Can one of us change spots? Yeah.
Alright.
Wait.
At this time, you have green light. At this time, any avenue of approach is a danger zone. If Red Cell sees you, you will be fired upon. If you see Red Cell, you will fire upon them. Does this make sense?
Yes, Gunny.
We'll say about 80. At this time, you have green light. Go ahead and start making your soft breaches.
Second man ready.
Third man ready. Fourth man ready.
Second man, what should you have done?
Second right.
Alright. Go ahead and come back out here. This is still green light, so keep your sectors. Exit as if you were going to take fire. Do not clog. Do not clog. If you're the first man out, you should be the farthest one away from the door by the time your team is stacked up. So, everyone...
Where are those shots coming from?
That's building up above.
Second story. Second story. So, when first man goes inside of here, what do you think second man should be doing?
Going the other way, or watching.
He should be staying on the outside watching the alleyway. making sure nobody's coming in from these sides here.
Hey,
While third man will follow, and then fourth man will watch the rear. So, now that you've breached this little store, go ahead and breach the actual building itself. Red cell, I will have a knife out. I am entering your building.
Why do I got
I have a knife.
Out there by himself.
The Op 4 that you should be shooting will all have their primaries out.
So I guess I'm gonna take a point, man.
Yeah, I'll take it. First man ready?
The reason I am inside the building is to teach you all trigger
Right.
control. If you
First
shoot
man
me,
ready.
that is 5 lives. 5 lives to red cell.
It's the dead from the hallway. Level of death. Small room.
What you mean? On you.
Last man.
Red cell, remember, you will be acting tactically.
Going upstairs. Contact down, second floor. Clear.
Remember, when you are firing, you will call brass as you fire, and then let them know that the contact is down.
On you, Joe.
Yeah, red cell, if you die, spawn back in. Go ahead, one of you go ahead and start taking Bravo Charlie. Op 4, once you've cleared your sectors, continue clearing the rest of the building and meet me on the street. A firm. The other one, I want you to be on the streets in a building. Do not cross the road to Alpha. If you're going to be in a building, I want you on the opposite side of this MSR that I am currently standing on. That is allowed. So you should be
Last
south
one.
of my current position.
Going upstairs.
You get past me in a second. Last man. Yep.
Keep your sectors.
You would go. Okay. You would go and say last man. Last man.
You can have the proper standard MOS loadout as a red cell format.
Y'all need to let me know when y'all are moving down so we can get out.
You
of
will
this
be
place.
using single fire or semi-fire. In the streets, in the streets. This is a ceasefire, ceasefire.